Grow food as much as you can, as often as you can, and as long as you can. Hi, I'm Annette, and welcome. I have a question for you. Have you ever stopped and asked yourself, if I had to depend on what I grow to feed me and my family, would it really be enough? That's a very serious question, and it deserves a sincere answer. And we're not talking about just a few fresh vegetables here and there. And we're not talking about something that looks good in the garden. All of that is fine and well, and it definitely has its place. But food that can actually sustain you and your family for a certain length of time. Because the truth is, not all crops are created equally. Some crops really look good in the garden, some really grow fast. But to sustain you and your family, we're looking for crops that not only can feed you, but they store well, they have higher calories, and they keep producing, to name a few. So, if we are really serious about food security, then we have to really start thinking a little different. So, we're not going to just be planting a garden. We're going to be thinking about building a security system for our food. The first crop we're going to talk about is sunflowers. Now, sunflowers may be one of the most overlooked survival crops, and also they might be one of the most important when it comes to some things. Because some people, when they see a sunflower, they really admire the beauty. The bees love it, and they are very beautiful. But what we're really looking for is the oil, calories, and versatility. Because one of the hardest things to replace if the stores are not there is cooking oil. And sunflowers can help us solve that problem. You can harvest the seeds, press them, and produce your own oil right at home. That is really independence. And it doesn't stop there. You can eat the seeds, store them long term, or even use what's left over to feed your animals. Nothing gets wasted. So while they're beautiful in the garden and the bees love them, it makes a good pollinator. They're doing something much bigger behind the scenes. Before we go to crop number 2, please take a moment to hit the like button. In doing so, it helps this message reach more people. Thank you. Crop number 2 is cabbage. Now, growing cabbage in your garden provides a nutrient-dense, high-fiber, versatile superfood because it is loaded with vitamins and minerals, and is also very well to grow in containers. Now remember, it is a cool season crop, but it does offer a longer shelf life in the refrigerator than some of your other vegetables do. Now, sauerkraut is very great to make from cabbage. All you need is just salt, thyme, and a jar, and there you go. You have a very delicious side dish that you can put with many foods, and plus it is loaded with probiotics once you turn it into sauerkraut because it becomes more beneficial over time. So now we don't just have another food, we have something also that provides some medicinal properties, something that can stretch our harvest out into a later day. Crop number 3 is winter squash. They're dense, they're meaty, they offer a lot of food, they have calories, and a long storage life. So when it comes to long-term storage, winter squash is one of the best. Varieties like butternut squash and Hubbard squash are great varieties to choose. These are packed with dense calories and can be stored for months without refrigeration if you properly cure them. They also can give you versatility. You can roast them, you can mash them, you can make them into soups or stews. And one plant can produce multiple large fruits. So this kind of crop that sits on your shelf waiting until you need it. Crop number 4 is grain corn. Now, grain corn, as we know, is not the same as sweet corn that we like to eat fresh off the cob. Sweet corn is good for a meal, but it does not store well and it will not sustain us long term. So if we're serious about food security, we do not grow sweet corn, but we grow grain corn. Grain corn, especially dent corn, is designed for drying and long-term food storage and grinding it into usable food. This kind of corn, as we know, has fed many families for many generations. Now, Two varieties that are very good to grow is Bloody Butcher and also Hickory King. They're built exactly for sustainability. Bloody Butcher is a deep red heirloom dent corn that produces strong yields and adapts very well across a wide range of climates. It's dependable, it stores well, and it grinds into rich, flavorful cornmeal. It's the kind of crop that not only feeds you, but also gives you confidence because you know it's going to produce. Now, Hickory King, on the other hand, is known for its very large white kernels. It produces a very high milling yield, meaning that you get more usable food per ear. This makes it especially valuable when you're thinking in terms of survival and efficiency. It's been grown in the South for generations and it performs extremely well in warmer climates, but it's also adaptable enough for many other regions as well. So both of these varieties dry right on the stalk. It stores for long periods of time. You can grind it into cornmeal, flour grits, tortillas, breads. There's many things you can do with it. And that's what makes grain corn so powerful. You're not just growing a vegetable, you're growing a staple food. A small patch of dent corn can turn into jars of cornmeal sitting on your shelf, ready when you need it. So think about that. That gives you calories, it gives you stability, and it gives you food security. Before we go to crop number 5, if you have not subscribed yet to the channel, I invite you to subscribe and turn on the notification bell and be a part of our community. Thank you. Number 5 is dry beans. So let me show you why dry beans are one of the smartest crops that you can grow, especially when times get hard. These little seeds are packed with protein, fiber, and real sustaining energy. And when you pair them with something simple like rice or corn, they become a complete protein, meaning your body gets what it needs even without meat. But here's what makes them powerful. They preserve themselves. Beans dry right on the vine. No electricity, no canning, no complicated process. Just harvest, store them in airtight containers, and they can last up to 5 years or more and still be good to eat and even plant again a following season. And it gets even better. While they're growing, beans are actually feeding your soil because they pull nitrogen from the air and put it back into the ground, making your garden stronger without extra work. So you're not just growing food for today, you're building a system that feeds you again and again. That's security, that's sustainability, and that's why dry beans matter. Crop number 6 is sweet potatoes. You know, sweet potatoes is a great survival crop that you can grow because they keep producing when the heat is brutal and other crops start giving up. They thrive in poor soil, handle drought better than many garden plants, and can produce an incredible amount of food from a small space. But what makes them truly valuable during hard times is that they give you 2 harvests in one. Underground, you get large, calorie-rich sweet potatoes packed with energy, fiber, and vitamins. And then above the ground, the leafy green vines are completely edible and loaded with nutrition, giving you fresh food for months before harvest time. And here's what makes sweet potatoes even more important for survival gardening. They are extremely low maintenance. Once those vines start spreading, they act like a living mulch, shading the soil, holding in moisture, and choking out weeds naturally. You don't need expensive fertilizers or constant attention to keep them growing. But perhaps the greatest advantage of all is storage, because sweet potatoes do not require freezing, canning, or electricity. Once you cure them properly, they can last for months in a cool, dark place, giving you a dependable food storage long after growing season ends. In difficult times, this really matters. Sweet potatoes are not just another garden crop. They are one of the closest things to a true security plant that you can grow at home. Number 7 is Irish potatoes. You know, Irish potatoes might be one of the most powerful survival crops that you can grow because they turn a small patch of dirt into a mountain of food. One potato can multiply into pounds of calorie-dense harvest, giving you and your family the kind of filling, energy-packed food that helps families survive during hard times. They're tough, dependable, and surprisingly easy to grow even for beginners. You can grow them in raised beds, buckets, grow bags, or straight in the ground. And once those plants start producing, the real treasure is hidden underground. While other crops struggle in difficult conditions, potatoes quietly keep growing beneath the soil where pests, weather, and even hungry eyes cannot easily reach them. And the best part? After harvest, they can last for months in a cool, dark place without needing electricity, freezing, or canning. You can boil them, fry them, roasted, or even mash. Irish potatoes are the kind of survival food that keeps you and your family full, keeps you going, and turns a few seed potatoes into real food security. Could your current garden sustain you and your family for the next 6 months? If not, grow food as much as you can, as often as you can, and as long as you can. Because gardening is worth every effort you put into it. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video.